Vlogging is kind of weird in here. Okay, for one, I'm eating popcorn, so that's what I'm eating. This is gonna be this is probably gonna be a really long video, but I'm kind of hoping it won't be. So, this is a very serious topic that I'm very, say kind of like street smart about. So, yeah, it's a very serious topic. It's bullying, and it's also going to go on to self-harm. Okay, so let's start with bullying. Bullying is pretty much any type of teasing or harassment of any sort. There's lots of different types of bullying that can cause different effects. They're all very bad, but some are, I guess in a way, some are like worse than others. But it's more like in degree. Okay. So there's physical bullying, which is physical assault of any sort. So hitting, punching, yeah, that kind of stuff. Kicking. Oh. And then there's verbal bullying, I guess you could say, or verbal abuse. Okay, first I'm gonna go back to physical for a little while. I would like to say first that I did get permission from my friend to tell her story, but she said that I have to keep it anonymous. I can't say that word. Anonymous, you know what I'm saying? Make it so they don't know who she is. But she said that I can just call her A in this. Okay. So I was friends with A. I think we started becoming friends like 2nd or 3rd grade. I'm not sure. So around there. She didn't live far away and whatnot. So like but the thing was we were childhood friends. And when I was the summer when I went from 9 to 10, because I have a summer birthday, so the summer between when I was like 9 to 10, and she was turning from 8 to 9, so we were both like 9-ish. She moved wet. But before this, there had been a lot of things going on. Me and her were really, really good friends. But I could tell something was wrong and she wasn't telling me about it. So I just kind of let it go because I knew there's some things that you don't want to talk about, even with your best friend, because you kind of just want to keep them secret. And so one day, not long before she moved, I think it was like one of the last days of school before she moved, she finally told me what was going on and about how her dad abused her and whatnot. So he really only abused her. He didn't abuse her younger sister or her older sister, whatnot. So there's that. Then there's verbal abuse, just teasing, calling them names and whatnot. And this can actually really get to you. It usually causes depression and whatnot because it just makes you feel bad about yourself. I didn't really deal with this one as much as, well, I kind of dealt with this one. I was made fun of for all of middle school, so that. Then there's emotional/mental bullying. Emotional bullying is like the other two. There's cyberbullying, which is bullying through any electronic device of any sort, pretty much. Even manipulating someone and like threatening to use something that you found on the internet against them. So this also includes sexting. And then there's emotional/mental bullying, which pretty much all the other ones kind of combined, in kind of like an inside one, where you're hating yourself so much that you are putting yourself down, you're bullying yourself and whatnot, and this can go really bad. This can cause worse depression, it can cause suicide, eating disorders, self-harm, yada yada yada. I have this. It's really bad. I really don't like the way I look. I've really never liked the way I look. And I think, honestly, I like the way I look. I just don't like the way I look in cameras. Because it pixelizes my face so much that I don't normally look like this. I actually have a very, like, smooth, soft, like, skin complexion. And on here, it just looks good. It just kind of goes from, like, one color to the next. There's no blend. So there's that. And I hate the rest of my body because I weigh a lot. Even, I'm solid. Like, I'm really dense. Like, I don't look like I weigh very much, but I weigh a lot more than I look, kind of thing. So, I don't really like that because I always feel like I'm extremely fat and whatnot. Even though I can look in the mirror and be like, I'm not that fat. Yeah. On to the part that I was really kind of happy about. Not in that way, but I was kind of excited to talk about. Self-harm. By definition, self-harm is just injuring yourself on purpose in any way that's not causing you to commit suicide. Maybe attempting suicide, but not committing suicide. It can be biting yourself, punching yourself into your bruise, scratching your skin until you bleed, cutting yourself, burning yourself, taking more pills than needed so you pass out for a few hours. Lots of things. Biting yourself. Yeah. There's some others I'll talk about. I might not seem like it as much, but self-harm. Actually, I have self-harm for the majority of my life. When I was little, I had really bad anger issues, so when I was real little, and I had anger issues, I would just bite the person that was making me mad, and that would take all my anger out. Once I kind of learned that biting other people is not very nice, and I shouldn't be doing that, I started biting myself instead, which is kind of like self-harm. It was like taking out all my anger I have at them on myself, so all my anger goes away. And then, I kind of slowly stopped doing that. But with my depression I gained and whatnot, I started getting mad and like scratching on my arms when I was mad. And I bite my nails a lot. And if I see that I'm like above a certain weight, I will not eat lunch, which is really bad because I don't eat a very big breakfast, and dinner isn't until like 6:30, so Okay. What was that? Oh, and now, it only started like a month. Okay. So last year, I started using it to actually just scratch my wrist. I never really drew blood, but it got really red and raw. Or I would take an elastic, like a hair elastic, and I would have it on my wrist, and I would just snap it back and forth until my skin was raw, and I would switch until my wrist was raw. Then I'd switch hands, keep on doing that until they were both like bright red on both sides. Yep. And not too long ago, I started cutting. Well, not my wrists, not my legs, on my hips. Which is awkward because when my girlfriend touches my sides, she can feel it. It's weird. And I like it better there because obviously it's really easy to hide. I can easily hide it with even my underwear. It's easy to hide. So I'm able to get away with it. But also whenever my pants rub on it, it hurts a lot. So that kind of is an up, but at the same time it's kind of a down because if I'm in a good mood and I feel my pants rub on it and it starts to hurt, it reminds me that, yeah, deep down inside, I have really bad depression and I can't control that without hurting myself. So, if any of you self-harm or whatever, Molly, if any of you self-harm or think about self-harming or have depression or just really need someone to talk to, you can message me. You can tweet me. You can like my Facebook page, message me on there. Really anything. You can just come to me in whatever way you can, whatever way you would like. Tumblr. It's try to remember. My Tumblr is Ali, A-L-I, in all her light, that's all one word, .tumblr.com. And it's things that I think are true. It's really dark. Sorry, I had to go on my Tumblr. And I was on Facebook. Just wait. So yeah, you can message me, whatever you need to do. Just talk to me. I'm a really good listener. I have been kind of practicing my therapist skills, on people before, kind of. I helped with kind of like a group therapy, kind of. It was for some student in college who wanted to go for a therapist. So that was one of the things she had to do, was a project to see how well she was, and I graded her, and she did really well, and she saved me first, and then we together saved other people. Yeah. That's about it. Message me whatever you need to do. Just please don't hurt yourself. Once you get going, it's really, really hard to stop. So, bye guys. Love you. I have popcorn in my hand, so the other hand is supposed to be a heart. So, love you guys. Bye.